Here's what happened round 2 of the FIM Motocross World Championship, the MXGP of Great Britain at Matterley Basin. MX2 Race 1, it was Tom Vial with his second foxhole shot of the season, closely followed by Thomas Kjær Olsen and the Revo Husqvarna of Dylan Walsh, number 53 on the outside. Henry Jacobi not too far behind as well in 4th position. Watson in around about 8th place, but he was quickly making progress in the early laps, but then he fell whilst hovering inside the top 4 places. He picked himself up and rejoined the battle. Tom Vial was your initial leader. He got caught and passed by TKO as Jago Geerts sampled the dirt as well. He would eventually come home in 16th place. Calvin Verlanderen, number 10, started to make his way through the field and move on. Dylan Walsh got him a little further up the field as the 29 of Jacobi found a way around the outside of Tom Vial. Thomas Olsen was your winner, Jacobi second, Vial third, Watson Chervil in your top 5. MXGP Race 1, Antonio Cairoli came across everybody in turn 1 to make sure he grabbed his first foxhole shot of the season. Gauthier Paulin was in there, so too Clément de Sal, and the Yamaha of Gauthier Paulin and the Kawasaki of de Sal. Cairoli at the bottom of the hill, though, had his hands full with Tim Gijser. Paulin managed to make a move on Van Horebeke as he moved up into 4th place. Tim Gijser passed Cairoli to take the lead, but that did not last long as 2 laps later, the Slovenian threw himself and his Honda up the track. It was a miracle that he picked himself up and rejoined the race in 3rd, which is where he would stay. A poor start from Tommy Searle left him fighting through traffic. Eventually, he picked his way through to finish 11th on the bike at DRT Kawasaki. More mistakes from Gijser, but he did hang on to 3rd. But it was Cairoli who won race 1. Paulin second, Gijser, de Sal, Van Horebeke, your top 5. MX2 Race 2, and another foxhole shot for Tom Vial. That's 3 now of the season out of the first 4 starts of the season. Again, Dylan Walsh was fast on his Revo Husqvarna. Thomas Kjær Olsen never too far behind either on that number 19, and Henry Jacobi on the F&H Kawasaki. Calvin Verlanderen also made a good start for HRC on the number 10 machine. TKO, though, charged down the inside of Dylan Walsh into 2nd. Henry Jacobi made an error. He slipped a gear. That allowed Verlanderen through into 3rd. Wasn't long, though, before Olsen found his way around the outside of Tom Vial to take over the lead on his Rockstar and Edgy Husqvarna. Jacobi around the outside of Dylan Walsh to move into 4th. And then Verlanderen up the inside of the young Frenchman Vial to take over 2nd with about 3 laps to go. A lap later, Jacobi was past the French rider on his F&H Kawasaki and into 3rd. Olsen, though, was victorious with a double moto win. His first race win since Latvia 2018 and his first Grand Prix victory 2018. Verlanderen came home in 2nd, Jacobi 3rd. Olsen, Jacobi, Vial, though, your podium. Vial on the podium for the first time in his MX2 career. He's only 2 rounds in, remember. Olsen is a new championship leader ahead of Jacobi and Verlanderen. And just to cement his place at the top of the championship table, a nice red plate swiftly delivered. He'll take that to Valkenswaard, round 2.
It's definitely a step forward. Last year here was really rough for me with 2 DNFs, but it's amazing to come back here, and all winter just been feeling so comfortable on my Husqvarna, and yeah, I just felt really good coming into this year, and it's so amazing to make it 1-1.
MXGP Race 2, and once again, Tony Cairoli on the 222 Red Bull KTM. He found his way over the foxhole shot line, but Ferris riding in for Roman Febvre went down and got hit by a ton of people going through that first turn. Dropping downhill for the first time, Tony Cairoli, alongside him was Tim Gijser. Clément de Sal caught the rear wheel of Paulin at the bottom of the hill, took out his teammate, and fell right the way to the back of the field as Gijser up front took over the lead from Tony Cairoli. Van Horebeke made that move on Pauls Jonas to make sure of 6th position. That's where he would stay on his Honda SR Motor Blues machine. And Clément de Sal finding his way past Glenn Koldenoff and Pauls Jonas as he eventually charged back to 7th for Monster Energy Kawasaki. Despite a late charge from Tony Cairoli, Team HRC's Tim Geiser managed to hang on for the race win. His first since the last Grand Prix of 2017 at Villars-Suzerain, where he won race 1. But Cairoli was victorious overall, picking up 47 points. Geiser second, Paulin third, his first podium for Monster Energy Wilvo Yamaha. Tony Cairoli has the lead in the championship still. Geiser second, Paulin up to third. And what was a fantastic day's action here at Matchley Basin at the end of March.
Ladies and gentlemen, Antonio Cairoli.
Actually, I was in Belgium training, and there was a lot of wet the tracks, and I had a little crash, and I hurt a little bit my shoulder and my neck. So I had to ride a smart race, because after already 3-4 laps, I had, my right arm was completely like sleeping, so I couldn't really push. And on this track, it's quite sketchy. So. But since I get warmer and warmer, I could build up a little bit of speed, and I could manage to win this GP. A little bit smart race, but we are happy to take it home.